Marcia and I were married Christmas Eve, 1966. You say, why would you get married on Christmas Eve? That's a real good question. We spent a lot of Christmas Eves tearing the tire off the highway, going to visit people at Christmas time, and sleeping on the roll-out couch in the family room with various relatives. But what happened was that Marcia's grandmother was not well. And so the family was all getting together for Christmas. And of course they were getting together primarily to come and see her grandmother. And they did. They all came. We had a medium small wedding at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we went to the hospital to see her grandmother. And then we went to a dinner reception. And we were out of there at 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve. So we had to drive about an hour's drive to the hotel where we were staying overnight in London, Ontario. And we hadn't eaten much at the reception. We were hungry. Well, Christmas Eve in Ontario, the restaurants are all closed. And all we had, in those days I was working for Seagram's, and at Christmas time they'd give me a couple of bottles of product. And you always knew what wasn't selling well because that's what you got. And in this particular occasion we got a bottle of daiquiri. And my granny in England sent us a Christmas package, as she always did, and in it was some fancy English chocolates. And these chocolates were Cadbury chocolate that were filled with marmalade. They were really good, dark chocolate with marmalade in them. And so all we had in the hotel room was a bottle of daiquiri and a couple of chocolate bars. And we hadn't had any dinner, and of course Christmas morning, the restaurants don't open early either. You know, 11 o'clock in the morning, we're like at the door, tearing the restaurant door down, trying to get something to eat. Well, anyway, we survived it. And we went on that night, or that day, to Niagara Falls. And, of course, as Marcia said in those days, we couldn't afford a flat tire. And really, we couldn't. And when we got to Niagara Falls, it was snowing and sleeting. And we wanted to go up to the skyline, you know, the tower that goes round and round. And we couldn't get up there because there was no treads on the tires on the car. It was smooth. Anyway, we were very fortunate. We had some good family that helped us out. And over the years, we've had 2 children. We have 3 grandchildren. We're very proud of them. And my wife has been a long sufferer. She doesn't complain very often. But I put her through the rope several times. We've moved lots of times. She's had to pack up and move herself as I had gone on to a job. We had a child due on Christmas Day. Fortunately, he showed up a couple of days late, which put us through the hoops. And well, like all parents, we've had challenges raising our kids from time to time. But today, they're very successful. We're very happy and very proud of them. Mostly to their mother's credit.